By the IKEA?
Oh, Carson.
Carson. Yeah.
I think the Compton one, that's a little too popular.
Yeah, it's like that's just weird. You really got it.
That's how I was back in the day.
Okay, I saw this movie. I saw this movie called.
We rolled it.
I saw this movie called Flaming Hot. Totally spiritual movie.
Yeah.
It's about the guy that made up Flaming Hot and put it on all the chips. He saved Frito-Lay. Issachar. Saved Frito-Lay. PepsiCo. Saved that company. It's a true story.
Wow. All right, so we in there. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Yahweh. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us the truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect Akim, teaching and preaching this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. The Israelites that have prophesied the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America, and also to warn our people of the trials, tribulations that's going to be surely coming in the land. All right, we talk about the implantable technology. All right. Esau, which is the so-called white man, and when we speak about Esau, we're talking about the global elites, the people that's ruling things behind the scenes, and they're going to be transitioning to a new financial system. In less than 30 days, they're going to be launching this FedNow system, which the FedNow isn't a CBDC. Now, it could be used as a CBDC, but they're looking at it as a new payment system to process payments faster. You know, the whole pushing the vibration of convenience, that's one of the Esau's weapons that he will be using to deceive people. All right, we speak about how the Lord Yahushua, a so-called black man, is going to come and deliver the elect. These lessons, the street speaking, the sit-downs, all right, the lessons, it's for the remnant, the elect of Israel, the Most High. The Lord is not dealing with all Israel. Okay? And we're preaching the everlasting gospel, the testimony of Yahushua, which is the spirit of prophecy. Right, which all this encompasses the Comforter, which is the spirit of truth, which the world cannot receive. All right, so we're gonna roll off with that, and then this lesson is entitled "Wisdom Warned." So,
1 Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watching for prayer.
yeah, sober meaning you being single-minded, you paying attention. Because if you and you notice all of them going where that pride shit at.
Yep.
They all going up there where that pride shit at. So maybe somebody with a car ran some shit over.
Yeah, hopefully.
So being sober-minded, you know, just being focused on what's going on. Because if you're spiritually drunken, you're gonna be tossed to and fro. See, Esau in the system, he puts bread and circus heavy. That causes you to be spiritually drunken. Now focus. Having your attention everywhere else but what it needs to be on, man. While Jake is partying and bullshitting, worrying about concerts to go to, traveling, you know, trying to get their black-owned business up off the ground, Esau is waging war on you Israelites. All right, even with us, there's information coming out in regards to, you know, the hate speech and associating it with these different movements and these different groups to try to lump us all in to try to come down on the truth. A lot of judgment been going on for wildfires. Yeah, after wildfires in Canada, and that smoke pretty much, you know, was all over the northeast of Babylon the Great. So we don't know what Esau doing with that. We don't see a lot of videos going into the actual fire in Canada. We don't see that. So this is the time, you know, we got to be very vigilant. This month is so-called Pride Month. A lot of dark demonic energy and spirits out here, man.
Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 5. Thus said Yahweh Shemel Shai, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come.
Yeah, that's talking about Jacob's struggle. What's evil, Elder Apostle Gabar broke it down to meaning bad times. Bad is time and ill is bad. So only evil is coming. If wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, then judgment is gonna, all right, be felt and seen all over the place, and we seeing it. In Los Angeles, there's a uptick in strong arm robberies.
Smash and grabs. Smash and grabs.
Smash and grabs, car break-ins, vendors getting, sidewalk vendors getting getting their ass beat. Armored trucks getting robbed.
UPS truck.
UPS.
Strong arm. Yep.
Pawn shops, restaurants. It's just a dark spirit over in LA right now. And you see it. Even when we was at camp, there was somebody that got their phone stolen right out of their hand, man. So this is nothing compared to Jacob's trouble.
More crime goes intensified.
Oh yeah.
If you're not getting there, they ain't necessity. It's already bad, so it's getting worse.
And Slocky, but they got a no bail policy going on.
Yeah. You don't think the criminals know that? As long as they keeping it under $1,000 or something like that, they gonna get right out. They gonna get booked and get right out. And you can thank Governor Gavin Newsom for that. And then also, you got a lot of people suffering financially. See, it's a fire right there. Black smoke. You feel me? So it could be an explosion. Lord willing, some major judgment and evil went out.
The pride one. So what happened to them? Sodom and Gomorrah.
Destruction.
Who's behind you though?
Oh man.
Okay. The city's burning.
Yeah.
Over there was a major accident. Alabama about.
Yeah. So that's the time that we entered into Jacob's trouble. Now, what everybody's suffering financially, cost of living is ridiculous, inflation is ridiculous. You got a lot of people out here that's taking matters into their own hands, man. It's gonna get very evil out here.
Yep. All right.
Ezekiel 7, verse 6. The end is come. It watches for thee. Behold, it is come.
The scriptures speak about an end. Now, is it talking about the end of planet Earth as we know it and it being completely destroyed? No. Let's get the earth is gonna abide forever. The earth abided forever.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh.
Now that generation that we waiting to pass away is the end of Esau's rulership, right? And then the generation that cometh is going to be Jacob, that come and rule on the earth, which is the kingdom of heaven.
It says, but the earth abideth forever.
So the earth will abide forever, right? The earth isn't going to be destroyed. It isn't going to implode. There's not going to be a meteor that come out and just completely do away with earth, okay? Isaiah 45:18.
This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 18. For thus saith Yahweh that created the heavens, God himself that formed the earth and made it. He established it, he created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited.
Yeah, so two things we get out on this precept. The Lord created the earth. He created to be inhabited, and then he did not create it in vain. Three things. So if this whole planet Earth were to be exploded or be destroyed, then that would make the Lord a liar, because that means he made this place in vain. And then he made Earth to be inhabited, not Mars. If a man set foot on Mars, then that'll make the Lord a liar.
Okay.
Because now Earth is being inhabited
And Mars.
Mars is being inhabited.
Yeah.
The moon is the moon is being inhabited.
Yeah.
So Esau didn't go to the moon, man.
Okay.
It says, I am Yahweh and there is none else.
Yeah, so the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, and his son Yahweh, he's the power over everything. There isn't Yahweh, you got Yahweh Shai, the angels, and everything that He created. You know, it's not like Greek mythology where you got a God where, you know, the underworld, that's what He controls. The underworld, and then you got Zeus, He in the heavens, that's all He control, and then you got Pleiades, He's the God of the water. You know, it ain't like that. It's the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through His Son, Yahweh Shai, that controls everything. There's none else. There's no other gods. You know? Yeah. And we're going to read 2nd Ezra 6 and 9 because the brother went into Ezekiel, the 4th chapter, right? The 6th chapter, and it said an end is come. And the scriptures speak about an end, man. And the end is associated with Esau, bro.
2nd Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
So when we speak about the end of the world, we're speaking about the end of the rulership. All right, when you read the account in Daniel the 7th chapter and Daniel the 2nd chapter, which is going into the same thing, these kingdoms coming into earth, but it's just broken down and described differently in each chapter. Daniel the 2nd chapter goes into these same kingdoms, the Babylonians, the Medo-Persians, the Greeks, and the Romans. All right. In Daniel the 2nd chapter, liken them to these precious metals, you know, gold, silver, bronze, and iron, clay. And then in Daniel the 7th chapter, same concept, but it likened them to beasts, these creatures. So Esau is the 4th beast. He was the 3rd beast, the 4th beast, and he's going to be ruling during those times. Okay? So we're talking about the end of this empire. Now, before the end comes, there's particular prophecies that have to take place. All right? Anything else on that? Jeremiah 6. What's going on, man?
All right, how you guys doing?
All right. Jeremiah 30.
About the church or about the...
Huh?
Are you guys Hindu or Muslim or Christian?
No, we're Israelites. We're the people that you read about in the Bible.
The Bible.
Oh, okay. Bible guy. All right. Christianity.
Are you Hindu?
No, not Christianity.
You Hindu or Christianity?
Both.
Both?
Yes, sir.
How can two walk together at least they be agreed?
Yes, sir.
You can't serve two gods, man.
I got 4 gods.
They
You
got
got 4
4
gods?
I got Muslim, I got Christian, born and raised in Hinduism and Buddhism. I got covered.
Which one sticks out to you most?
Jesus.
Jesus.
So do the religions that you're a part of, do they warn you of things that will shortly come to pass? Is there any prophecies that you're looking for to happen?
No.
No?
I got 1 day to live. How about that? I live it day by day.
Okay, good.
I help people when I can. You know, I carry chain. If I need something, I ask something. I have some, I give them. So, no complaint. Life is beautiful.
Well, part of the Bible deals with prophecies. And prophecy just simply means something that's said before. And there are so many accounts in the scriptures that tell us of these events that will be taking place in the last days or in the latter time. And that will be tokens for the elect to see to let them know what time and season that we're in. Okay? So that's what we focus on. We focus on the prophecies or the testimony of Yahushua, which is He, what they call ignorantly Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's get
So
this over here.
as long as you have a connection with Jesus, Jesus loves you. Jesus take care of you.
Yeah. Who you call Jesus, his name is Yahushua. He only loves the elect.
I was in the hospital 2 times in the same day. How about that? Let me just...
So Jeremiah 30 and 7. At last for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
So the prophecies talk about this time that's going to be great upon the world. All right. our Lord Yahushua spoke about it in Matthew the 24th chapter. He spoke about tribulation, which is trouble.
Time like no other.
A time like no other, right?
I know.
But it speaks about someone being saved out of that time. And it mentioned Jacob, which Jacob represents the Israelites, these people that's on this sign here.
According
Now-
to history and prophecy.
Right. Now, everything is about the elect, the remnant, the Israel, the Most High. So those who were received salvation is the elect of Jacob. Okay?
Yep, you gotta believe in yourself.
No, you gotta believe in the Heavenly Father first.
Yep.
That's who you believe in first.
I am totally believe. I'm totally covered. I got a like in translation of English. I would say that
Ryan is-
I have a full insurance.
Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, withstanding for the children of thy people.
Now, do you know who Michael is?
In the Jesus Christ history, yeah, I know.
Okay, Michael is an angel that's under the Lord Yahushua, top angel.
Hey, yeah.
It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time.
So the time period that is going to come upon the world, you know, we call it Jacob's trouble tribulation, is going to be so great on the earth to where we can't liken it to any other time in history. You know, when we think about slavery, right? When we think about bombs being dropped on 2 cities in Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Trail of Tears.
When we think about the Trail of Tears, World War I, 9/11, right? All these different major events that happened in the world that was very catastrophic to people. This time is not going to be like any of those times. It's going to be far worse than it.
Oh yeah. World War III is gonna clean the trash
Yeah.
because of all the trash in this art. You know, our motherland right here. The art is a motherland.
Yeah.
Okay.
At that time that people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
So this links up with what we read in Jeremiah 30:7. So during this time of trouble, the ones that's written in the book, which represents the elect, they're going to get saved out of that time. So as we're out here teaching and preaching this gospel, which gospel meaning glad news, good tidings, we're letting the elect, the hopeful elect, know that there's going to be trouble. There's going to be chaos, tribulation, anarchy, sedition, cannibalism, famine, the love of many waxing cold, and the so-called white man coming down with great wrath. But there's going to be salvation had for those that's of the elect. Now, let's get 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter real quick. We're going to get 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter real quick, verse 7. Because it tells us what type of mannerisms the elect will have in order to be enabled for salvation. Now, I will say this before the brother get that. It's about predestination. So the Lord, from the foundation of the world, when he created everything, he also created spirits that will repent and convert and worship him in the last days. All right? But the scriptures do tell us what type of characteristics that they would have. Let's go ahead.
2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works.
Now, this is talking about everyone that's of the elect.
Shall be saved.
Right? That shall be saved. Okay?
It says, and by faith,
Go back.
2nd Esdras 9 and 7. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works.
By his works. So there's particular actions that the elect will have. They're not going to just say I'm a born again Christian and Jesus and then they just live their life worried about this. This is very demonic out here.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm gonna request you guys to do one thing.
Okay.
Help for me.
Let's finish reading. He asked
For
for a request.
for
It
for
says,
for
and by
good
faith,
luck.
whereby ye have believed.
So faith, works,
Yeah.
faith, believing. Those are
we
the
need-
characteristics of the elect.
We need help. We need help.
This is the help. This is the healing. This is the help.
I'll explain it. We need help in the better place. If you guys can, please go to Skid Row, some people. There's a
Lord
lot
not
of,
dealing with Skid Row.
you know, this.
Those
Skid
are
Row for a reason.
castaways.
That's Skid Row for a reason.
Those are the Lord is not dealing with Skid Row at all.
God love everybody.
Have you been over there?
Oh yeah.
So could you say the Lord is dealing with Skid Row?
Oh yeah.
No, that's cursed.
If
That's a
you
24-hour
believe,
crime
if,
scene, homie.
if you believe in, if you got four
Get the Lord
guys,
down there.
if you got four guys, why don't you go down to
24-hour
Skid Row?
crime scene.
Why don't you go down to Skid Row and teach them? Why we got
Yeah,
you?
man.
I can't teach it right now because I don't have a glasses. I have a Bible in the
So
Skid
go
Row.
down there and teach people in Skid Row. You got four guys, right?
Have somebody
I
read for
teach.
you.
Yeah,
You
get
go
a
down
reader.
there and have somebody read for
For the
you.
reader.
Yeah. They won't
Go
read for
down
me.
there, man.
I got my
we
OG.
We good right here.
Okay. No, I'm
we
just
good right
saying
here,
that
man.
we can help more. That's all. I'm not
Man's
trying to
going
tell
with
you what
the
to
Lord.
do.
No. I'm just saying though, because a lot of people say, why don't y'all go here and there, but why don't you?
Why they don't come over here?
Yeah, why don't you send them
I bring
Skid
that
Row?
here.
Why don't you tell them where we at?
Some
Yeah, really.
come,
That's the move right there. Tell them where we at.
some come, some don't come. But you know, right now I'm gonna catch the bus and go underground. And the Union Station, I take it to the. I'm gonna go to the Tampa City Church. I've already went to this church. I'm gonna go to the other church. So that's what I do on Sunday. And then number 3 in Alhambra.
Now
So
let's finish getting
I'm a
this.
donor. I help people. I don't get paid. You get paid. Maybe. I don't know. I don't get paid. But I got a lot of blessings.
That's good.
A
You
lot.
know Satan can bless you too. Real,
Yes, sir.
really good.
Thank you.
He can give you the world.
They give you the world.
All these right here.
If you bow
All
down
these
to
right here. All these right here. No, not that one.
Let's get to
These are my brother.
2 Esdras 9 and
We'll
8
get back to this. Go ahead.
shall be preserved from the said perils.
Shall be preserved, so the elect will be preserved. You know, when you preserving something, you know, whether it's an antique, whether it's a relic, whether it's, you know, something that was passed down to you, you take good care of it. Right. You know, so the elect will be taken good care of during these times. Can we get Isaiah 65 real quick? Because once there's no food, no water, no shelter, no protection out here, and it's just so much crime, so much bad behavior going on in the world, people is gonna lose their damn mind.
Yep.
They already lose. They already lose.
Let me ask you a question. What's your name?
Tommy.
Tommy.
OG Tommy.
OG Tommy.
OG time.
OG Tommy.
But junior OG. Don't give
I
a senior
got
OG.
that Tommy on
If
there.
if it's so much crime out here, right,
Yeah.
and police aren't responding,
Right.
police aren't responding anymore. People are injured, hurt.
Right.
You call in the ambulance, they're not coming.
Right.
Line's busy.
There's power outages.
Yeah.
The infrastructure is down.
Right.
No food at these grocery stores. Transportation.
Right.
There's no transportation. No buses. What will you do during that time?
Do the best you can.
Which will
Help
be
the
what?
best
Give me-
you can.
Give me an example. Give me an example.
I do the best I can. I got my own cover. I got my own people. All the platform.
So he said
You
when
want
Jacob
some?
trouble
Oh,
happened, he's gonna do the
anything
best.
like someone come to me, close to me,
Yeah.
I just watch her. Hey man, you want something to eat or you want something to drink? That's the first sentence. And the rest, let's go into the best. Somebody naggy, come around and dig around and say, man, how much you need for cash?
Okay.
Okay?
So
straight
the
up,
brother
straight
read,
up.
The brother read
I don't carry
how
anything.
There will be these sad perils that the elect will be preserved from. We're gonna read some of these perils real quick.
Isaiah 65:13. Therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, my servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry.
So the servants is the elect, right? So my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. So it's gonna be two type of attitudes out here. It's gonna be the haves and the have-nots.
Say
The
that one more
elect-
time. Huh? What?
The haves and the have-not. Those that have and those that have not. So the servants of the Lord, the elect, they're gonna have food.
Yep.
They're gonna eat.
They're gonna drink.
But those that's not the servants, they're gonna be hungry. They're gonna be without. They're gonna have not food. Wait,
Thus saith the Lord.
that's after the prophecies of the Spirit.
Amen.
My servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
So, another example. Servants drinking, but you gonna be thirsty. Okay?
It says, behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
So while all hell is breaking loose, you're gonna have the elect. Lord willing, we are part of that number. That's what we labor towards. They're gonna be rejoicing. Why? Because they seeing the prophecies come to pass. They seeing the love of many wax cold. They hear how Esau, man, Esau, he really taking peace from the earth right now, just like it say in Revelation 6.
Yeah.
Oh, he trying the whole world. The Lord put the Spirit on him to try the whole world with this new implantable technology, this
Yeah.
new financial system. The elect is going to be rejoicing. Why? Because they know that their salvation draweth nigh. They're going to be rejoicing. But those that are without the truth, we're going to read what they're going to be doing.
Verse 14, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
So this the attitude that these people that's outside the truth, they're going to howl for vexation of spirit. They're going to cry. Because they're going to see this country turn into, first off, it's going to turn to a third world country. It's going to be a communist state. It's going to be fully controlled. You're going to have these 15-minute cities. You're going to have all these different things that dramatically impacts your daily life.
Checkpoint from city to city.
Checkpoint. Yeah. And then you're going to try to go into a city, right?
And not be able.
And not be able. Yeah.
It's like in Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes.
And it says invading one another, because once it's food, no water, no resources, no electricity, people's gonna be going into houses. They're gonna be breaking into houses. And then, like he said, like the brother said, they're not gonna regard their kings or their princes, the governors, the mayors, the politicians, the different police agencies, sheriff agencies. The shit Biden coming out saying, stumbling with his speech and saying, they're not gonna regard that. Why? Because they're gonna feel betrayed. Because they're gonna take away your First Amendment rights. They're gonna take away the Constitution. They're gonna be checkpoints, like we said, checkpoints and all these different change of events that's gonna happen. People gonna say, you know what? We got guns, we got ammo. It's 15 of us.
Yep.
We're gonna go down there and storm downtown.
We're gonna go to the White House.
We're gonna go down there.
We're gonna go down there, yo.
You know?
You're gonna go to the White House with the C4.
Yeah, you're gonna have people out here with those type of mind states, because especially the Edomites, so-called white men that live in these Bible Belt areas, where on their nightstand there's the biggest Bible you can buy alongside a rifle.
Right. Art 30.
Yeah. Psalms. Yep. And, Psalms 149. Bind their kings with chains and fetters of iron. You know, that's where they got it open up at. You know. Go
It
ahead.
says, in the course of the action shall stand in their power.
So the people gonna have power in their hands. Yep.
They showed prelude to that on January 6th.
Yeah, excuse me, sir.
They stormed
Capital.
they stormed the Capitol. They show you that on specific movies, but a lot of people get fed up with specific things. They storm these Capitol buildings.
I'll see you
where they
guys.
think
Alright,
like
be
the-
safe.
The higher end, people are that, which really it is. I mean, they're puppets, but they storm where they think the high end people that make all these laws are. Which we know that the Capitol storming, that was just
For sure.
for show and to get in the minds of the people. You can do this too,
Yep.
because once something sparks off to where, like your brother's been going into, they don't like a specific thing. It's like, well, they did storm the Capitol. You can do that too.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
Had to get their attention. Had to get their, Now, before the elect get delivered from Babylon the Great, there's going to be this implantable technology. It's going to be implantable technology that will be made mandatory. All right?
16. Revelation 13 to 16. And he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive their mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Now, when it says he, it's not talking about one person. It's talking about a nation of people that's on top right now, which is the Edomites. Right? Just like when you read in various chapters, it speaks about Jacob. Now, depending on the context, it may be talking about actual Jacob, but then it could also be talking about Jacob's descendants.
There you go.
Right? The Israelites, which are as a sand of the sea. So you're using one singular term to address many. So here, when it says he causes all, it's using a singular term to address a nation of people, the Edomites, that are in a high position, the elites, that are able to push out these agendas. Okay? And it says all. So all age groups, both genders, all age groups, all right? And all nationalities.
Yeah.
Because he has all nationalities under his dominion right now. Part of Esau's blessing was dominion.
It's talking about the rulers of darkness of this world.
Oh man,
It
yeah.
had to be a particular people that had the power to be like that.
Yeah.
So are the Edomites, man.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people think it's reptilians.
Oh.
You know that. The half man and man, it's a nation of people that you see every day.
Yeah.
The Edomites.
Old ass, crippled up ass white people. Okay? That you can clearly beat the shit out of if you had that chance to.
Revelation 13:16. He calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor.
So even rich people gonna have to bow the knee. Although
Yeah.
you got great riches and success in this world, whether you're an athlete, entertainer, musician, comedian, you may have riches, but guess what? The whole financial system is finna change to something else. And those that are rich, your Jay-Z's, you know, all these names that we constantly name off, they're gonna have to get down with it. And most importantly, they will be a part of the agenda pushing it.
To push it.
They got high influence. Jay-Z took the thing. See, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, Jay-Z, he didn't say nothing about C-19 because what he sold his soul for, which when we say selling your soul, that goes into your integrity, your morals, you know, your way in which you govern yourself. When you sell out, that means you accept things that you know is not right.
Right. Not only do you accept it, you push it.
You accept it and you push things that you know is not right. Things that you wouldn't have your children. You know how many times you done heard scientists say, hey man, we made this medicine,
Yeah,
but you know what? I don't even give it to my kids.
Yeah.
Oh, TikTok and all that, man. You know, I developed the app, I created the app.
But I don't let my
but
kids
I don't
get
let
on
my kids,
Yeah.
you know? Doctors, yeah.
They say, hey, I think, you want your kid, juiced up.
Yeah.
I don't give my kid that shit.
Right. Right,
They know.
right. Just we live in a hypocritical society.
So
So Jay-Z, he didn't come out and say nothing about C-19. Why? Because he's gonna come out and say stuff about the implantable technology. Maybe. That's just speculation. Make a song about it. You know, I'm buying bottles of Cristal with the MOTB, with the swipe of a hand. He gonna find some words to put together.
throw some rhymes together.
He gonna put a nice beat on it and all that
Yeah.
shit. You know?
Even a lot of them fucking rappers, them high-end rappers, they didn't take that goddamn poison. They wasn't showcasing rappers taking that shit. You know? They show presidents and stuff like that, certain specific little kids taking it because they, the real info. Oh, the kid took it, he's fine. Them high-end, them rappers, Rick Ross, they didn't take that goddamn venom, man. You know?
To receive a mark right here on the forehead.
So it's talking about this implantable technology, all right?
It says, and that that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Yeah, so without this technology, you're not going to be able to participate financially in this economy. You know, you're not going to be able to transfer money from over here to over here. You're not going to be able to purchase things. You're not going to be able to register your car, get tags, get car insurance, get an apartment, pay your rent, pay your mortgage, get gas, pay the light bill. You're not going to be able to do that. So during these times, when this implantable technology is made mandatory, we're going to have to detach. Can we get a second edge of 16? You said maybe like 31.
I never seen it, but I always hear folks talk about it. The militia man was saying that, you know, with people in the underground, they were eating rat burgers.
Yup.
Which Black and I gonna eat shit.
Nah,
like
we're
that.
not gonna
No, we can still got to keep the law, man.
Yeah.
You ain't, and just because it's Jacob's trouble, Lord, it's Jacob's trouble, but you know what? They got ham down there passing it out. And rat, you know, I ain't ate. No, you still got to keep the law. The best you can, you know? Even when it's Jacob's trouble, you still got to apply thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, commit adultery, and all the various things that we read in the law. You still got to uphold it.
That's gonna be the stability.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the stability of that time.
Yeah, because when Jacob's trouble happened, you're gonna have people that you never thought of that's gonna really be about that action in the streets that you was least expecting. Your auntie, you know, she gonna have a couple of bodies on her. She didn't did shit, got away.
Yeah.
You know, cannibal. Hey, that's why you go. That's why it's true for solitude, man. Because your family, man, they're gonna be the first ones to turn on you. Your foes shall be dead of your own household, man.
Here's wisdom. To him that hath understanding comes the number of the beast.
See, it's about him that have understanding. This is not for everybody. That's why we constantly push the vibration of the elect, because the elect will have the understanding. They will have the comfort. They will have the testimony of Yahweh. They will understand the everlasting gospel.
It is a number of a man, and his number is 636.
And that number is associated with Esau, Edom in the system. But most importantly, when people start getting that technology installed into them, it's going to be a serial number, some type of barcode tracking, scanning type deal with it in order for them to identify you. You know, you're going to have all your personal information at a database that if you go to Bonds or you even go to the grocery store, a gas station, you swipe your hand, they have all your personal data. The damn gas station, you go to the Quickie Mart, all them go get, you know, some water and some damn peanuts. Motherfucker on the corner at the corner convenience store, they got potential access to all your information.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I know where you live at. Oh man, look, this whole file's right here.
That's how he's still in
Profiles.
we got the hackers that able to go into that and think everything's dead.
Yeah, because this system is flesh and not spirit. This system is corruptible. You know, people can go in and hack it and find out this and that and infiltrate. It was just something that happened in Russia. I don't know if it's true or not, but it was posted in the chat. The banking system in Russia was hacked. You know, like I said, I don't know, allegedly. I don't know if it's true or not, but you hear those situations, man, where high-level classified information can get found out.
Revelation 14:9, this is the judgment. Take MOTV. Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, does any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand?
So when you read in above verses, it speaks about this angel traveling around to preach the everlasting gospel to them that dwell upon the earth, which is a spirit that is being channeled through the elect to bring this information out. And a part of the information is speaking about this technology. That's why you hear elders and apostles of Great Millstone, constantly push the MOTB, because the MOTB is a part of the gospel. And if you're not hearing your teachers, your camp, or whatever, speaking about the implantable technology, they clearly don't have the gospel.
Yeah, 'cause this is a major prophecy.
Main thing we're waiting for.
This is nothing light. Because this is gonna impact everybody's life.
Yeah.
Once it be made mandated, everybody will have to submit. But that's now the elect, of course. Everybody that's now the elect gonna submit to it.
Yep. You know what? Real quick, Isaiah 24.
That's how you show your allegiance to society, by you taking the MOTB.
Yeah, you worship. That's how you worship the beast. And the beast is not talking about an actual animal or Satan. It's talking about a power structure ruled by the Edomites. You got NATO, the EU, and then with America being a part of it, it collectively make up this beast system, this scarlet colored beast. With the head, with different heads on it, the different alliances, right?
That's being ridden by the horde.
Yeah, that's being rode on by America. And just like it says over here, he calls us all. Let's read this over here in Isaiah 24 and 1
With Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof.
2. Yeah, because the Lord is going to be sending plagues out here. The Lord is going to be sending plagues, sending judgments, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, and really turning shit upside down. That's like we was explaining to the guy that was behind the camera. This shit is finna change. This shit is really finna be, what you know America to be today is gonna be a totally different thing when this event takes place. Go ahead.
It says, and it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with her seller, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him.
So everybody is going to be affected when the Lord bring these judgments out. From the priest to the one that buy and sell, to the servant, to this one, to that one. Everybody is going to be affected by it. Everybody. And the Lord is going to put the spirit on Esau to bring the pressure. Going back to Revelation 13, he calls us all, both small and great.
He's talking ball out, man. He's gonna bring you job, lifestyle. Yeah. So you can't go to a restaurant. You can't come here and take a kid to school. We're gonna go into everybody's life in order for you to take that MOTB. That's what he did with the Jews. Yeah. Everybody voted. Yeah. Besides brothers that was in the faith.
And that aligns with the scripture where power is going to be given to him to take peace from the planet.
Yeah. That's his purpose.
That's his purpose.
And then he also, in the spirit, he got these people in a state of, they wanting and wanting. So when you take away, these people gonna want, just like this, 18. The only reason people was complaining about, you want to go to restaurants and this and that, or getting that juice is because, hey, they into this world, man. That's the only reason. Esau then gave a lot of these people out here possessions that he could take away at his disposal. So when these people feel like, when that comes, and these people are like, damn, well, I do like that restaurant. I do want to go to Fridays.
Yeah.
I miss those, and he pumps them up with the GMOs to make people want to eat more.
Yeah.
They said commercial, damn, that do look good. But we might as well go and take that because I need that burger.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to be.
And I did an experiment too. Bros try to change their diet and stuff, right? But then when you go and eat some shit with the chemicals in it, you notice, damn, you start craving shit all of a sudden. Like, what the fuck? I ain't been wanting this. But that just goes to show you that these chemicals and shit, whatever it is in it, it makes you want the bullshit. It makes you desire the bullshit, but what you do is you gotta offset it by just the fruits, the vegetables. And then that reverses that draws out those chemicals. Make sure you drinking water, you pissing the shit out.
Yeah.
You eat the probiotics, you shit the stuff out, and then you realign your body. Because if it's off balance with all these chemicals, what you think is sweet isn't real sweet. And then when you eat some sweet shit, it's like, I don't like it. You know? That's it. But I want to get this over here First John. So like the brother was saying, Esau has gotten you addicted to all these different distractions, and when he takes the distractions away, you're gonna want it very bad.
1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither things are in the world.
Now, in the world, you have all these different things that don't mean shit, that don't even matter.
Vanity.
You know, like Solomon said, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. The only thing that is important is keep the commandments. You know? So in the world, you got sports, basketball, your job, bread and circus. You want to buy a house. You want to, start your business. You want to do all this particular shit that the Lord don't even give a damn about. That's a part of the world. So here, what Apostle John is saying through the Spirit, love not the world. Now, are we in the world? Yeah. Is there things that we do of the world? Yeah, but we don't abuse it. Bros got jobs and different things, kids, whatever, women, whatever. You got to do particular things in this world, but you don't love it. When you love something, you ultimately willing to sacrifice your life for it, like the children.
The term they use in the world is in the world, but not of it.
Yeah, so love not the world. Go ahead.
It says, love not the world, neither things are in the world.
All the distractions is in this world.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Yeah, because you can't serve two masters. At least you would love the one and hate the other. So if you love the world, then that means you're going to hate the truth. Because the world is contrary to the truth. The world deals with partiality. It deals with all people.
Yeah, respecter of persons, yeah.
Very heavy respecter of persons. Love and all this shit. That's what the world deals with. So if you're in the world and then you hear these teachings, you're like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? The elect. I thought God loves everybody. You start applying worldly perspectives to the truth. And this is contrary. The truth is contrary to popular belief.
Verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eye.
That's what this place promotes. The lust of the flesh, just pleasing yourself, satisfying yourself. Every time you turn around, it's something to eat. It's a movie theater. It's a liquor store.
Yeah.
It's hoes walking up and down the street. It's something that feeds whatever you into, whatever that can distract you. Is easily accessible to you at your fingertips. So this place promotes the love of the flesh, the love of the eyes. Ooh. But see, the teachings of Yahushua, it pushes being content. Balance, content. This world don't push balance, content.
They push obey your thirst.
It pushes, I want more.
Yeah.
I know I just graduated college, but I'm gonna go back and get another degree because I want more.
Yeah.
I want more status. Solomon said the eye is not satisfied with seeing and the ear is not satisfied with hearing. So what he was saying was you cannot satisfy the flesh. You can't satisfy the flesh. You're gonna constantly be trying to run this rat race of trying to, so you gotta come to a point in your life where it's like, enough is enough. I'm sorry. This little morsel is cool. Yeah.
But that degree stuff.
It's just a degree. It's just only so much.
And like the apostle said, school is a scam. College is a scam because all it does is put you in debt. You can have all those degrees and things like that, but then you'll go to jobs that you got a degree for, and they might say you're overqualified for a position. or you might not find a job. Hell, you might be working at McDonald's. That happens, man.
Yep.
You know, but that degree stuff and trying to, and they only, the reason people go to college is so they family can say, oh, my kid's going to college.
Yep.
You know, it's a man pleasing thing, man.
And it's and just like basic economics, the more you have something, the less value it holds.
Yeah.
I've been seeing all week, everybody just graduated because it's a graduation time.
Yeah.
Everybody got some type of diploma. And when the job market is oversaturated with people with degrees, the job market is going to say, you know what? That's something everybody has. We need somebody that has something that's better than that.
Yeah.
So they're going to just change. They're just going to move the goalpost.
Move the status, yeah.
They're going to up the status, move
Yeah.
the goalpost, and it's going to be further away. And now here it is, you looking back paying the debt. You're paying $50,000, $60,000 in debt. And the job that you want, they didn't up the status on you.
Yeah, that's why, you know, I think it says in the Bible that labor in vain.
Yeah.
They labor in vain. See, with us, we're not, some of our labor is not in vain towards the Lord, man, because you know what we're doing, like when we talk about the commandments and justifiability and earth and right action, this is going to be the standard in the kingdom. So we're just practicing right now, you know, in order to get it perfected in the kingdom. So and all these people, man, they're going to be ashamed of it.
Oh, man.
They're going to be, especially all people that walk past the truth. Man, I wish I could have repented, man. All I did in the world, it was useless. You know?
Yeah, somebody.
Oh, still at, verse 16. It says, 1 John 2:16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world.
They said the pride of life. Right now it's so-called Pride Month. People are taking pride in their lifestyles right now. That's not of the Most High. Nope. Let's get that Jeremiah 9. You're supposed to take pride in you knowing in the Most High, standing Yahweh Bashim Shah.
Jeremiah 9:23. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom.
And that's talking about what we was just saying. Those that got degrees and shit. Oh, well, I went to Stanford and I went to Harvard.
You work the fries.
Yeah, but you work
working the fries. You on fries today.
Yeah. You don't glory in that, man. Because the wisdom, like Apostle Paul said, the wisdom of this world is foolishness. But
It says, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might.
oh, I'm strong. I have this well-built body.
Yeah.
You know, if anything happened, I done train myself to not have to worry about eating. You know, I can eat once a day. You know, I've been just training rigorously. I take my supplements, I take my vitamins, I do all this shit. You know, I do calisthenics. You don't glory in that shit. Most High can tap something on you, man, and bring your ass down. Look at Goliath. Goliath is a prime example. Was Goliath, they called him a champion. He basically had Floyd Mayweather status.
Yeah.
You know? And then David, he pulled the slingshot out, he upped the slingshot and killed his big ass, man. Dropped his ass. With no armor on, no nothing. Some smooth stones he got from a river. A little water down the way.
Yeah, I was like, the Lord found the mighty. The Lord used the basically to found the wise. That happened with David. He did.
Yep.
Man, the Lord can hit you, mighty man, with a disease. In 24 hours, your ass will be, man, broke down.
And you look at when they died, they be horrible. Like, you know, I seen one dude, super strong, above 6,000. He was eating some egg yolk raw with some ground beef. He was eating like that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It says, let not the rich man glory in his riches.
Oh, I got money, I got a bunker, I got so much food stored up. I got the $5,000 food prepper kit that can last for 3 years. I got generator, I got masks, I got that, you know, the mask with the big shit on the side. I got that. I got so much stuff that have helped me survive a post-apocalypse.
First aid kit.
Yeah, I got first aid kits. I was able to afford all this different stuff. First off, if this shit go up in flames and like how the prophecy is saying it's gonna be these said girls, why would you want to survive it?
Why would you want to be
And
here
come back? What are we gonna come back to? Desolation?
by yourself?
Having to build all this shit up?
It showed that on a show the last one. It was a dude he was, he was a homeschool. Yeah, but in that episode, it showed that he had everything.
Yeah,
He
I
had
remember that
food
episode.
and he was living by himself. Then he had met the dude, which he turned out being, a mole shit. But the point I'm bringing out was he had everything. He was living by himself.
You just, it's just months and months. You by yourself, you just eating and shit. Motherfuckers, so many people dead outside.
And even at that, in the times that we're coming into, people gonna be looking. In the show, remember they had people looking for in houses, man, for stuff. You're gonna have people out here, man, that's gonna be coming, knocking on your door, seeing what's in this house, that house, seeing if they got food, seeing if they got water, this and that. And guess what? If you do, and you found out, they ain't gonna be like, oh man, you trying to split. They're gonna kill your ass, man.
And then you don't think the Lord is going to be putting these spirits on these people to crack codes, figure out codes. You know what I mean? Get in your shit. It's prophecy that they shall invade one another. So it's nothing for the Lord to put the spirit on somebody. Try these 4 numbers. Oh shit, that was it. Are we in this motherfucker? How did you know? I don't know. Some just told me 6395. Man, that was the code. They in your shit, man. We talking about the Lord of hosts, man.
Verse 24. But let him that glory in this,
So this is what you take pride in.
that he understandeth and knoweth me.
Yeah, so that's what you take pride in. That you understand the Most High. And through the precepts we get understanding. That's the spirit.
That I am the Lord Yahweh, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness.
So the Lord, he exercised that, meaning he put that in work. Judgment. Every morning does his judgment go out.
It says, in the earth, for in these things I delight, said
In
Yahweh.
the earth. Judgment takes place on the earth. Right? So that's what you glory in the understanding of the Lord. So we're going to go into 2nd Esdras 15 real quick. We're going to go into 2nd Esdras 15 because we're supposed to be forewarning our people of the things that's going to surely be coming to pass. And we're going to constantly hit 2nd Esdras 15, 2nd Esdras 16, 2nd Esdras 13, all of Revelation. We're going to constantly go into that, man. Whether we sound like a broken record or not. This warning, you got to constantly warn about it. You know?
2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
So that's what we're supposed to be talking about, the words of prophecy, like the gentleman that was behind the camera. Oh, I got 4 gods. And then we brought up prophecy. I don't know nothing about that. I just be good to people. I just be good.
None of his guys know anything about the events to come.
The Bible speaks about speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. So we supposed to be talking about these crazy events, which they're really not crazy, but we supposed to be talking about these end time events, man.
It says, which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh.
So that goes back to Revelation 14 with the angel in the midst with the everlasting gospel to preach upon them that dwell upon the earth. So the Lord is putting this gospel in our mouths, starting with our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, to prophesy in the ears of his people, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Yeah, so the prophecies, they're going to come to pass. prophecies, they're going to come to pass.
And it says, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Why? Because we're going to have people coming up speaking against this information. We're going to have people coming up speaking against the truth. They're going to have imaginations, which is thoughts. Y'all not men of the Lord. They're going to have the incredulity, the discrediting. Oh, my pastor never said. My pastor don't read out of that one. Are y'all real men of the Lord? Y'all not real men of the Lord. That's incredulity. That's discrediting. Y'all not the real men of the Lord.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
So all the unfaithful is going to die in their unfaithfulness. So we're going to be talking about bad times, death, people getting deleted and put down.
Egypt.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned Egypt. That's why the scriptures always mention Egypt. The Lord always mentioned Egypt because in the wilderness for 40 years, man, the Lord had that generation of Israelites die off. That was because of unfaithfulness. And the spies that went to spy out the land and they came back with an evil report, man. You know, so all the unfaithfulness, just like back then, right? All the unfaithful is gonna die in their unfaithfulness, man. And that's these regular Latinos, Native Americans, and Negroes walking the streets. Why they come up to us, like the brother said. My pastor never said that. My pastor don't read out that book.
Yeah.
You know, we always mention faith. Okay? We got faith that the name of the Heavenly Father, the Son, is Yahweh Shem. We got faith that we're doing the right thing, going out on the highways and byways, every week, man, doing videos. You know? It says, behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world with sword, famine, death, and destruction.
And like I say, I will bring plague. So, part of this testimony of Yahushua, which is the spirit of prophecy, we letting people know that the Lord is finna be bringing plagues upon this place. The sword, the famine, death, and destruction.
As a scourge for an amendment.
Yeah. So we push repentance and conversion and worshiping the true power. That's a part of the gospel. Pushing the vibration of repentance. Getting right. Why? Because the Lord is finna push these plagues out here, and if you right with him, you will have a hedge of protection, like we read in 2 Esdras 9 and 7, Jeremiah 30 and 7, Daniel 12. But he shall be saved out of it. He shall be preserved from the said perils. Written in the book of life. All right, because these times, man, we're not going to be able to deliver ourselves. You're not going to be able to, well, I got me a pistol, and then I got me a pocket knife. And then last time I ran, I was pretty quick. I haven't hopped the gate recently, but I'm pretty sure if it comes down to it, I'll be able to do it. No. Yeah. I've been
Curling.
I've been doing little things at the gym. No, I play basketball. Get a good sweat in. I'm pretty athletic. No. When you ain't ate in 3 days, you weak, all right? You weak.
Yep.
You're weak as hell. And then it's like, if it ain't no food out here, you kind of don't want to be exerting too much energy. You won't be trying to preserve shit. I ain't gonna run because I'm gonna get thirsty and I'm gonna want to get something to drink, and there's nothing to drink. So I don't want to be in the heat because it's too hot. I'll sweat. And I don't need to replenish the water that just came out of my body. So I don't want to do that. So people's going to be in straits.
Maybe like dizzy-headed, lightheaded.
Oh, yeah, because your blood sugar is low.
Hallucinations.
Yeah.
And that's with your mental.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing Esau is coming for from you.
Yeah.
And the tribes is your mental, man. Like that movie Major Payne. Remember, he was in the room by himself. And he ain't ate. He was like, I ain't ate in like 8 days. And he seen the rat. He went and caught the rat and cooked it. And the cat came to the window.
Yeah.
No, he didn't eat the cat. But the cat came to the window. And he scared the cat off. But You know, the Lord's gonna use Esau to mess with you people's mental, man.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of you people out here are weak-minded. When the last time you've been on a fast, man? You know, this goes to these people out here. You know, when the last time you went on a diet or changed your diet?
Oh, yeah.
Everything is just fast.
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel like cooking tonight, so you know what?
Yeah.
Popeyes is still open.
Yeah.
You know?
And we talking about a fast where it's food in the refrigerator. You in the living room, chilling. It's food in the refrigerator. It's water right there. It's food. It's fruit. All kind of shit. Food you made yesterday in there. That type of fast.
Yeah.
And you like, no, I'm straight.
Afflicting yourself.
Not the fast where it ain't nothing to eat in here, so I might as well fast. Not that type of fast.
Not that one.
And we talking about the fast where it's actually you got the sweets. It's some sweets right there. Peanuts. You got some honey roasted. You got the cashews, the pistachios, the walnuts, and the peanuts. You got it right there.
You got people eating, you know, your family. You want some of this?
Yeah,
You
cooking
know?
this shit up.
I'm cooking your favorite meal today. You know, that's the only time people cook your, you know, I want to take you out to eat. Hey, we're going out to eat today. You know? You people, y'all in for one, man. Y'all ain't, a lot of you American citizens can't go without food for an hour, man. Y'all either going to go get breakfast right when you wake up, all right? Then after breakfast, you eating a goddamn snack, some M&Ms or Twix. Then lunch, you already think about what's for lunch after you done ate breakfast, man. You know?
Already.
And after lunch, you already, you know, after lunch, well, shit, I wonder what I'm going to have. And then dessert, man. You know? You
Big
people are in for one. Yeah.
We got cheesecake. I like cheesecake.
Oh,
Cheesecake factory. At one time, man, I ain't never had a cheesecake like that. That shit good.
And we're not saying we don't eat or indulge in things. We just saying, you know, this truth
We
gives
know
you
what
the
time it is.
Yeah. The truth gives you the discipline to be more ready than these people out here, man. You know?
We not, like I say, overcharged with surfing and all this shit. We not overcharged with that. That's just all we about. You know, the Lord put the spirit on us to like cut shit off. Like cold turkey, some shit, just boom.
To use the world and not abuse it.
And it comes with, you gotta exercise that though. You know, that's not something that you get when you first come in. Scriptures speak about growing. So when you come in, you're like a little child, and then as you mature in the truth, you grow, you exercise things, and you find out what's your lane, so to speak. You find out your lane in the truth, and you drive down that lane. You're not wavering, you're on the straight path. Feel me? You're not doing no unnecessary shit. You just driving in your lane, and then as you in your lane, you start growing. Yeah, you start you try things like, let me try to cold turkey some shit, see how it works. Oh, okay, it worked. Okay, cool. Let me do it again. Okay, boom. Then you master that. Now you on to some other shit. Let me change my diet up dramatically now. Okay, that worked out good. Okay, cool. All right. Let me detach from, you know, social media may be a hindrance to certain brothers. You know, not all brothers, but certain brothers. You know, Hebrews the 12th chapter speaks about laying on the, setting aside the weights that doth beset us. You know, you want to take off the shit that holds you down. So social media may hold you down. So you may be like, you know what, for 2 days, let me not fuck with the social media. You exercise that now. You train your mind and your conscience to be able to go without things that you like to do. That's needed in the truth.
Yeah.
2 Peter 3 and verse 18. Grow in grace and in the knowledge of our Lord and Savior Yahushua HaMashiach.
Grace and knowledge is synonymous in this faith, man. You receiving grace, you receiving knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The Lord opens you up to the truth. That's a form of grace. Grace is favor. And Wisdom of Solomon 7, it says, the Lord loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. The Lord loves him because he's giving them grace, giving them favor, acceptance, and open them up to wisdom. So grow in grace and the wisdom and the knowledge of the Lord. And a part of growing in the grace is cutting back on certain things. You know?
Like I said, we diet, like, small things. You know, like, I haven't had fast food in like 5 months.
Yeah.
I ain't never going back to that.
Yeah.
You know, like, and everything starts from within. So, you know, when you detach from that, you really feel like, damn, like, that's why I wasn't getting sleep, because I was constantly eating this shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And then you start noticing stuff about yourself. You start examining. Once you get all the toxins out your body, which all this food is polluted, but we eating the best of the worst. You start examining yourself now. Like, wait a minute. I noticed when, like you said, when I was eating the bullshit, I couldn't sleep good at night. There was a couple of times where, you know, I went without eating, and I noticed, like, damn, I'm really getting some great sleep, not having a lot of food in me. So now you learning yourself, like, okay, I know if I want to get a good sleep, let me go without eating, and I can. And then there's benefits of that. It's cellular repair.
Yeah.
You know, your human growth hormone levels increase, which is good for you when you're working out because that grows your muscles. You know.
And you restoring your immune system. Very
Restoring your
important.
immune system. So, yeah. Right. You start getting a glow. You know what I mean? But these things come over time.
Your lows start to get loosened up.
You process information quicker.
I notice I'm emotional.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm emotional, but I'm less emotional
Yeah.
when I eat.
Yeah.
Because niggas at work, they just, now I look at them, damn, I was like that. You know? I was like, they just be hella emotional and patient, but now when I eat good, like I'm patient, you know, I accept things more.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is how it is, you know?
Yeah.
But when you eating that bullshit, man, I'm telling you, brothers, it's very, like, you know, essential, man. Change your diet, man.
Because they've been genetically modifying food for like more than 20 years now.
Yeah, that's the way eat. Hey, look, this is the way. The food is a sword by Esau, man.
Yeah.
The Lord gave us a dietary law for a reason. It wasn't just to be out here saying, I don't eat no swine now.
Yeah.
The Lord didn't give us the law just to be boasting and not eating pork. The Lord gave us a dietary law because there's foods out there that's not supposed to be in the human body. And when those foods are in the human body, it breaks it down and causes diseases. So what does Esau do? He promotes all the unlawful food for you to eat. And it's a domino effect. You eat the unlawful food, now you're in the need of medical insurance because you always have some type of ailments. There's clinics, there's doctors, there's emergency rooms, now it's medicine. It's just a domino effect of revenue for Esau when people have a bad diet.
Hey, but it's just like a car. You buy a foreign car. You can't put 87 in that foreign car. They say high performance on it. You gotta put, you're not gonna put 87 in the high performance, manual car. Just like our human body. The Lord said, look, man, don't put that specific thing in your body. Don't eat it. As it's you're not supposed to do it. That's why it's gonna mess up your performance.
Right. Yeah, you don't put no diesel fuel in no damn Honda, man.
Man, that's it.
You know, which the nozzle, I mean, you can't technically do it because the diesel fuel nozzle is different. You feel me? You can't make that mistake. But the point is, you gotta put the right shit in the right shit.
Said to him, be loyal both now and forever. So be sure. Because your body, like, you know, we all gonna eat some bullshit.
Oh yeah.
We're bad monsters, but like 90% of your diet should be plant-based and, protein. Right. And like you said, nuts, pistachios. And if you do want to do want something sweet, get some dark chocolate almonds.
Dark chocolate.
You know? Yeah.
Oh, they got dark chocolate cranberries,
Oh, yeah, they got that.
raisins. They got all kind of stuff.
Fruit in itself.
Yeah.
Fruit in itself, man.
I noticed too with fruit. Glad you brought it up. Prior to me changing my diet, y'all bros remember I used to always have the AC on all fucking night, all day. It's like 59 degrees, 60 degrees in the house. Once I changed my diet and started eating more fruit, that lowered my body temperature. I don't even be having the AC on like that. I don't even be having the AC on like that. And then when I did that little trip, it was like 90, 95. I wasn't even in a rush to turn the AC on. I was really like enjoying the heat on my body, bro. Look at that little nasty ass bitch right there.
Oh, she on the shit.
Shit. Oh.
Colossians 1 and 10, that you might walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work, and increasing in the knowledge of God.
So you want to increase in the knowledge, man. The truth is likened unto rivers of living water. All right? It's living water. It's in abundance. It's constantly flowing. And with water can get into, water is in everything. Water is in everything. So you can apply this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to every aspect of your life. Every aspect of your life. It just don't, oh, y'all talk about the end too much. Yeah, because that's what we're supposed to talk about. And second, there's things in the scripts. I mean, because we come out here through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Like the Lord got us talking about, diet and stuff like that right now. But there's a lot of things that we've learned in this truth that we utilize in our daily life. But it's just the spirit that brings it out.
1 Thessalonians 4 and 1. Furthermore, they beseech you, brethren, and exhort you by the Lord Yahweh Shai, that as you have received of us, how you ought to walk and to please Yahweh, so you will abound more and more.
It says how you receive from us, because Apostle Paul, he was teaching the churches. He was traveling to, different places throughout Asia Minor and Rome. And there were Israelites that were scattered amongst the Thessalonians, the Colossians, the Galatians, Ephesus, Galatia. And Apostle Paul, he was teaching them and instructing them and showing them the right way to follow after Yahweh. And he was also influencing them to grow. You got to grow in this, You got to increase. You don't want to stay on the same level. You got people like that now. Oh, I know I'm an Israelite, and then that's it.
That's it.
They haven't grown. They got exposed to it, but they didn't grow in grace like each other.
It's like a video game.
Yeah.
Now, you don't stay on the
Same
level
level.
1. You got to Mortal Kombat. More you beat, you get good. You advance with that last character. What's his name? Shiva. But I mean, it's a carnal example, but you can apply that to the truth.
Yeah, you don't get a game and I got the game, and you just stand on the pause menu and open the menu. You get all into the game.
Yeah.
You figure out the character, his power. Okay, you figure out the map.
Man,
Okay,
if you don't knock it off,
you figure out where you do your missions and all this and all that.
off of that, man.
Yeah. Oh, you figure out your enemy's weakness. All right. Esau's weakness is truth. That's Esau's weakness. Us bringing out the truth.
You got guys that said it born. We know people like this. I know I'm an Israelite.
One hand.
Walk past the camp. That's all they
kill
think.
a child.
That's all they think they gotta know because they're Israelite. Knowing is only half the battle.
Yeah.
We got a strict commandment from Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh Shem Shai, to go out on the highways and byways. So if you think, oh well, I just know I'm an Israelite, I'm cool, Passover. But yeah, this one dude that I know, man. I did Passover this year. He had the mashed potatoes, the lamb.
Oh, man.
Then got mad when people rebuked him on it. Well, that's not scriptural to have on the Passover because he was late. You didn't have time to start goddamn potted potatoes, man.
The butter and the milk.
But you know what I mean? Because this is, you know, through the Spirit, man. You guys that come in and I just know I'm an Israelite, man. Hey, you better start getting to work. You better start plowing. You better start doing something. Because if you don't, you better start supporting the prophets. You better start either doing the work, going on the highways and byways. You know, ain't just I know I'm an Israelite. That's it. The Lord ain't going for that, man. And we say that. I say that for myself. That myself too, man. With the Lord through the Spirit compel brothers, you know, like ourselves to go out to the highways and byways, man. But if you just, I know I'm an Israelite. Like we get guys that come up here, you know you're an Israelite. Yeah. Man, what the hell are you doing, man? You supposed to be in the highways and byways telling other people that they Israelites, man, breaking down the scriptures, man.
And that's why the Lord said, you know, in that day, you shall say, Lord, Lord, we have teached in your cities. I mean, no, not teached in your cities. Lord, Lord, shall not be saved.
Yep.
Because it's work. Everything in your life requires some type of work and effort, man. You know, everything in your life. You want to know how to drive, you have to go out there and figure that shit out, man.
Yeah.
You want to know how to cook, you have to go figure it out. You know, you want a job, you have to go apply yourself. So if you want the Lord to come deliver you, then it's some effort in there. You don't just say, I believe, and then that's it.
I'm saved.
No. You don't. If you want a job, you don't just say, I got a job.
Yeah,
right.
No, you gotta go and apply for that motherfucker.
And you gotta give them the reasons why they should hire you.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
And like how we do, you know, oh Lord, you know, you put the Spirit on me to repent. You know, and you put the Spirit on me to put away the old man. This is why I'm a candidate, because you know, you put the Spirit on me to do these things. You know.
You were chosen.
Yeah.
You gotta make that job know why they should keep you, and it's a lot of jobs. Just like the Heavenly Father and the Son, man. You know, you can't hide your talent. The Lord gonna give you weeping and gnashing of teeth, man.
Yeah.
You know, so if you know you're an Israelite, you hiding that talent in the napkin, man. You know, and the Lord gonna get you, man. And He probably made you just know you're an Israelite to get your ass, man. You know, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man.
You know why they don't get all into this? Because they're ashamed.
Yeah, like these people, like all today, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of people just laughing at us.
Yeah.
That comes with territory being this truth. People gonna laugh at you.
Yeah.
People gonna think you're weird and so what?
Laughing stock. You know, hey, you know, we'll be a laughing stock. Oh, well.
Respect.
I'm pretty sure if we were to examine your lifestyle, it'd be a lot of shit we'll laugh at you on. You know, that's why they say whatever judgment you make, it shall be made it back to you. Y'all looking at us crazy, we can look at y'all crazy too. You can say we wearing some weird shit. We can say the same shit too.
But in your house, you gotta, you know, transform your house.
First Corinthians 4:9, for I think that Yahweh has set forth us last, the apostles, as they were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men.
Yeah, spectacles. Spectacle means to watch. We're made a spectacle. We out here in the ancient apparel. We got 3 phones going, the camera. We got these songs right here. We got the number one god of Babylon with horns on him and saying that he a devil. You know, and then we got a Bible in our hand.
Yeah.
You know, we're saying we got that, but then we got a Bible in the hand. So the unlearned is like, wait a minute. They got, you know, they say Jesus. They got Jesus right here, but then they got Bibles in their hand. What? You know, So they gonna look at us crazy, like beards on our face, and then the Lord got us all, brothers is different, but we in boldness.
Yeah. Austere.
We in boldness. We out here standing in great boldness, and people see that. They used to seeing so-called black men, which that's a code word for Israelite men. They not used to seeing us on the street with books and books in our hand.
Information.
They used to seeing us with a blunt rolled up in their ear, with a damn hoodie on,
Radio.
Just a dark y'all see these niggas, dark countenance. They got the demon hairstyle, whether it's up top, whether it's dreads.
Yeah.
That's what they used to see. Yeah. That's what they used to see.
Wisdom of Solomon 5, verse 1. Then saw the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Now, so the Lord put the Spirit on us to go out on the highways and the byways. That's one of the commands. Go ye out on the highways and the byways. So we out here standing. Revelation 11 and 8. On down. It speaks about the dead bodies laying in the street of the great city, and the Spirit of life entered into them, and they stood up on their feet. And that's talking about the elect. So they seeing that. But it takes faith, and faith will produce the boldness. It will produce the boldness. That's cool. Hey, but you see, nobody gave the warning. Nobody, hey. What's up with the orange? What's up with the orange beard?
Pride month, homie.
That's also the Muslim
That's
shit.
pride, homie.
A lot of them jakes that are into got Muslim shit, they be dying with years and different other shit.
That's weird. Weird custom.
Yeah, that shit's really weird.
It says, then saw the Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then saw the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
Yeah, made no account of their labors, meaning they're not taking what we doing serious. I saw those guys a couple of times. I don't know. They have Bibles. I don't know.
No one ever come up and listen to them. But they just doing, they just out there. They wasting their life.
And that's pretty much Jake lifestyle here in Babylon the Great, while being ruled over their oppressors, because all the different things that the so-called black man, Israelite man has contributed to the society, Esau don't make no account of that shit. Making no account of the labor. I know y'all was slaves and y'all came over here and built all this shit up, but fuck y'all.
They're like, you don't think that the world will understand the viewpoint that comes from us, why we would be angry.
Right.
But now it's the opposite. Why they mad? Why they so angry?
Well, you know why? It's because Esau has given them a religion where you're supposed to love everybody and you're supposed to forgive. Esau's form of Christianity. Yeah.
That was back then. We free now. They got this goddamn mentality that they free. Y'all gotta know what the word employee means. You're a slave, man. Your employee number at your job, you go to your job, if you're not doing well on performance on your job, then guess what they do? They whoop you with what? A penalization. What do they do now? They write you up. Hey, look, your performance is kind of low. Like that movie 12 Years a Slave, man. When they was picking that cotton, man, and the slave man, it's all this is a modern day plantation, man. They was picking the cotton, and then they was looking at who was producing the most or picking the most cotton. And if the numbers wasn't up high, guess what was happening? You was getting that whip cracked on you, man. That's the same thing they do today. If your production is low, right? Your labor is low. They write you up a couple times, then guess what? They fire you, man. You know? Same thing, same thing, man. Just newly revised, man. Slavery ain't went away. Lynches ain't went away.
They just revised it.
Yeah.
Edited.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for.
Yeah, when they see the glorious deliverance of the elect of Israel, all right, that strange salvation, these people's gonna bug the hell out because it's far above what they thought. They didn't think it was gonna be a so-called black men and so many angels on these aircrafts. The aircrafts is shooting out laser beams. You know, you hearing sounds and all kind of wild stuff, and then you seeing bodies. You know, the elect getting beamed up, and as you seeing them getting beamed up, their bodies is changing. Missiles is coming. You hearing a voice in the Hebrew saying, Juan Yasha'Allah. You know? So these people's gonna be terrified. But see, the Lord had the prophets out the whole time telling you what it's gonna be like. But you pulled the shoulder. You pulled the shoulder. You made light of the truth. You pulled the shoulder. You had other shit going on. You had other places to be. And I'll get to that later. And not right now. You had that not right now spirit in a minute. I'll get to it in a minute spirit. You can't procrastinate on the truth. Say make no tarriance to turn to the Lord. Or don't procrastinate to turn to the truth.
Verse 3. It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit.
They repented. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. No, too late. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even know. Oh, forgive me. No. Too late. Scriptures speak about when it was liberty, they despised it not. The same must know it after death by pain. Yeah, they despised it.
14:35.
Yeah.
Joseph's mindset of grace in the world is different than the grace that we know in the truth.
Oh, yeah.
Their mindset of grace is when they go to these churches, is, you know what, I did do that, but if I go to church this Sunday and the pastor put his hands on me, I'm cool for the week.
That don't count.
His hands.
You know?
He laid his holy hands on
Lay
you.
hands on.
That don't count.
That's their mentality. We on the grace. I can eat this. That's not what grace is, man.
This is the second old bitch I saw that's trying to keep me on the stage.
The script, what did Apostle Paul say in Romans, man? He said, do we sin just because of grace and Most High forbid, man? You know? You don't break the law. Oh well, it's grace, so I can eat this. The Lord ain't gonna save your ass.
Yeah, because, you know, grace is grace period. You're supposed to do good within that grace period so you can have that mercy. Not do the opposite. not do more sin. Nah.
Yeah, like the examples brothers give all the time. When you got a bill and you ask them for a grace period, like you got a car note. A car note, you may have a 10-day grace period. The car note is due on the 8th, but you got a 10-day grace period to pay. So yeah, it was due on the 8th, but I'm gonna give you, a week and a half to make it good, to pay. That grace period isn't the time that you use to just forget about it, push it to the side, don't worry about it no more, because it's still due.
You don't come to show you.
Yeah.
Reprogram,
They got it now. They got it now where these companies they got like tracking systems in cars now, and if you don't pay the car note,
shut down.
they'll shut your shit down.
Damn.
You could be at a gas station. You feel me? Turned your shit off, went in to go pay, came back. They didn't cut your shit off. You gotta call them and make a payment and all that.
Low jack.
Yeah. They assign it. Because now you just gotta call. And that's in the hundred part. And they said if you 2 days late on a payment, they'll press that button on your shit.
Damn, 2 days?
They don't give a fuck where you at. You can be on the freeway real quick. Let me pull over real quick. My phone will drop. You know? Or let me, you know, you get back to your shit. Your shit not even started. Straight old pressure.
It's Romans 6:14. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace. What then shall we sin? Because we are not under the law, but under grace. Yahweh forbid. Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? The Most High forbid, man. That means it's because you're in a grace period. That don't mean you go and, well, you know, that shrimp look kind of good, so,
Yeah,
you know.
we're under grace, so we can still eat it. We're still under grace.
Because that's what Christian pastors, they come with that grace thing when it comes to eating unclean foods, when it comes to doing specific things. You know, even the nigga woman will come in, well, we're under grace. That don't mean you sin, man. The Most High forbid. We supposed to follow the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability, man. You know? Yahweh Shah is our ultimate sacrifice, our ultimate, you know, a savior, you know, in faith, man, through the Spirit. But you're supposed to be out here just blatantly just, you know, well, we under grace, so, you know, I'm going to do this anyway, and then I'm going to just ask for, that's why the Lord wasn't taking Israel's sacrifices after a while, because what was Israel doing? They would commit some sort of type of sin, and then, well, I got a calf out back. It was premeditated sin, man.
It's all good. We can go ahead and do it. I got a calf out straight.
You know?
It's on premeditated.
It was premeditated.
Premeditated.
And the Lord kept smelling those burnt offerings for them sins, and he was like, no. I ain't gonna smell this shit no more, man.
Yeah.
So the Lord turned his back on y'all, man. And it's the same thing these goddamn Christians do today, man.
The commandments of men.
Yup.
And no food is that good to die for. When I was at 2:30.
Yeah, because there's certain fish that give you that texture of crab.
Yeah.
You know, certain lawful fish that you eat. If a person, just the texture. Okay, well, fine, explore. See, that's one thing about the truth. It opens us up to explore other things that are lawful. Okay, we can eat fins and scales. Okay, cool. Let me explore different fish. Salmon not the only fish, man, out there. Okay. Flash sole, the flash sole kind of give you that consistency of crab. You know, eat that.
Red
Eat
snap.
that and dip that shit in butter.
Right.
Have you thought about that?
I believe mushrooms, they have like, so they said it's a mushroom that's like, tastes like beef.
Yeah, chicken.
It's better than jackfruit.
They got a fruit, They got a fruit taste and act like fish. Pulled chicken, you know what I'm saying, without a fruit. Them banana blossoms, that's fish right there. Wow. Yeah, Lord got alternatives in the earth to eat, man. That was like, you know, you might want like some texture, you know, you don't eat shrimp, but it may be like that texture that you want when you eat it. The Lord got that in there.
Get creative. Get in the kitchen and get creative. You know, let me do it like this and like that. Let me make some red snapper cakes.
Oh, you better make some salmon nuggets.
Yeah.
Good.
Get creative. You're a new creature. Now go explore new things.
Going back to Amos 5 and verse, what Rama was talking about. Amos 5 and 21. I hate and despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Yeah, because Jake was on that bullshit.
Yeah, he was.
Here it is. They was worshiping Yahweh Bashim outside. But secretly, they were serving Balaam, Ashtoreth, Baal Peor. You know, they was doing it secretly, all in the groves, going in the woods,
Making cakes for some
You know?
dudes.
going dealing with witches.
Verse 22. Though you offer me burnt offerings and meat offerings, I will not accept it. Neither will I regard the peace offerings or your fat meat.
Yeah, because the Lord was like, I'm doing that sacrifice. Y'all done did. Y'all doing too much.
That's how Jacob, oh shit, you know, I did that, but you know, we got to recap. We good for the week. I got to recap, man. You know?
Could you imagine every other day? You like, man, you bringing another lamb up here, huh? Damn, I just did this yesterday.
Man.
And he come back, you see him later on that night with a back in the line. Like, damn. Because the priests, they had a lot of stuff to do, man.
Yeah.
It was people women constantly was getting having babies.
Yeah.
So you know, after their cleanness, they got to go to the priest. I'll let the priest with the turtle doves, sin offerings, various offerings, free will offerings, tithing. So the priests, they had a lot of stuff to do. It wasn't just they just sitting around doing nothing all day and
Waiting for you to come.
periodically somebody comes. You know, periodically somebody. No, they had the daily sacrifice, which was sacrifice in the morning and at evening. On top of people coming in, other Israelites coming in there, certain atonements, it may be a leper that got recently cleansed. Now he got to come and do the whole little ritual. You know.
That's why it was a lot of. It was one high priest, but there was many priests.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah.
Because they had to rotate, because there was a lot of work.
Some got to baking the cakes for the unleavened cakes on the Sabbath. Then you had lighting of menorahs. Yeah, some people, some of the priests line of Levi, they duty was to light the menorah, the incense. You know, then picking the ashes up from around the altar, moving that out, bringing it back in.
That's why Moses was stressed out. It was a hell of a job, man, that he had. Being a Levite. That's why Jethro was like, look, man, you gotta get people under you, man.
Yeah.
You got to get people under you. Moses was stressed out, man.
Jethro was like, hey, Moses, check it out. Let me holler at you, Moses. You doing too much, man. You need to appoint captains over hundreds, captains over 50s, captains over 10s, captains over thousands. You're doing too much. You're going to burn your ass yourself out, man. Look at me. This is how I do it. Look at me. I'm all right. I don't even tripping like that.
Moses even said one time, he was like, man, if you have me deal with all these people, having me deal with Israel, just kill me, man.
Yeah.
He was feeling like that because it was burdensome. Like, damn. Yeah, well.
And you could just see Moses. Moses, he was like the judge. He's like, all right, what's your problem? Okay, well, do this, do that. Okay, now you. Okay, now do this. What about you? What you got going on? Oh, your neighbor stole something? Tell him to come here. You got to run around to you tenfold. Next.
Then in the midst of that, having Israel shit talking.
Oh, yeah.
What's the three?
Niggas in the back, Nathan, Korath, and Abiram, niggas in the back talking shit. Gossip.
They murmured in their tents.
Yeah.
Oh, you brought us over here. You know, you can imagine Moses standing there, they talking shit. Oh, you brought us over here from the land of flowing with milk and honey. They was talking about Egypt, man. Can you imagine that? Moses hearing that shit, he was probably vexed as hell, man. Like, these niggas, man.
Yep. And then it was like, oh, what's up with Moses? And why are we just eating this manna?
Yeah. Hey, they was talking shit to Aaron too. Remember? Before he made that calf. Oh, well, we don't know what's became of Moses.
Yeah.
You know?
Aaron, build us two. They probably, they ran up on Aaron.
Yeah.
Build us a calf, gods of Egypt, so we can go back.
They brought all the gold, like, hey, all right, clean.
And then Aaron was like, he told Moses, hey man, they gave me this gold and the calf came out.
So excited, and then she was like,
And you know, Israel, they was intimidated, so they probably was putting in Aaron. Hey man, you gonna make us this shit like that. You know, Israel can be intimidated, man.
Yeah. Rolled up on. chicken smells good today.
Man.
Is it fresh?
No, that was, that was all I had.
I'm trying to get that account of the spirit that we just talking about. Moses came down from the mountain.
I think that's Exodus 32. And remember, Moses dealt with them. So all Israel. It wasn't just how we deal with a couple of Jakes now. He was dealing with the whole congregation of Israel. So yeah, you know,
That line was probably long.
This is, yeah, it's 32. Oh, yeah, this is Exodus 32. Exodus 32 and 1. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mountain,
Yeah, because Moses was up there for a minute. Moses was up there. One time he's up there 40 days, 40 nights.
Something up the wisdom of him.
Yep.
It said unto him, up, make us gods. It said up.
Yeah. Get your ass up, make us some gods, man. We don't know where Moses at. He been up there. We don't know if he did.
Which shall go before us.
Go before him, carry him.
Yep.
You see how these heathens is. It'd be one of their little rituals, and they.
It's right here. Make us gods which shall go before us. For as this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of
This
Egypt,
Moses, like they talk shit.
we not what is become of him.
We don't know what's going on with Moses. We don't know what's going on. We ain't heard from him. Y'all seen him? They probably was looking at the mountain. I think I see him. That's a bird. Nah. They was just right there just waiting. Because you couldn't approach the mountain. You have to stay, a distance. So they probably was looking. Just waiting.
Sure, we was there the whole time.
Yeah.
It says, Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings which are on the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them unto me.
So that shows that men were earrings,
And all the people break off the golden earrings which were in their ears, brought them unto Aaron. He received them at their hand and fashioned it with a graving tool after he had made a molten calf.
Yeah. See, Aaron, he made it. He fashioned it. He created it. Because remember, Aaron and Miriam, they was a part of that Egypt shit. It was a part of that Egypt lifestyle, that culture. Moses was too. But, they all was.
They were more involved.
Yeah.
Aaron, they were more involved in the Egypt lifestyle where Moses had fled those 40 years.
It says in Hebrews that Moses by faith,
Little morsel, huh?
it says Moses by faith, rather to suffer with his people than to enjoy pleasures for a season. Moses could have been in a lavish lifestyle.
Oh, he was. That
Laid out.
Every time you watch these Edomite movies of Egypt, it's always gold, nice shit, feast, all kind of shit.
Yeah. When you watch the movie Prince of Egypt on Disney, it basically shows you, Disney always watering down shit. But, it basically shows you how, basically Moses forsook, Egypt. It basically shows that, man. It says, and he received them at their hand, and he fashioned it with a graving tool after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
Oh,
Man, bro. Man.
damn.
That's wicked. After all the miracles they just seen, the Lord, 10 plagues, Philip Pate, Girl's House, Template, Party on the Red Sea. You know?
Them guys was nowhere in sight.
This is Jude 1 and 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not.
Yeah, because of the whole, man, pretty much all the Israelites that came out of Egypt died, except Joshua and Caleb. But when they came out of Egypt, you know, it was women pregnant, it was women that just conceived, you know, all that shit. And then in that wilderness for the 40 years, you know, shit, we poof. A couple of kids, generation was born in the wilderness. Didn't know nothing about that Egypt shit, just the stories they heard. And then they just knew the wilderness and it's a chariot right here, and they knew Moses and then the tabernacle right there. And then the Lord had the manna and the quail.
Yeah, it was more like cleaner in mindset than they fathers and stuff.
And then they wasn't even getting circumcised.
And Joshua, he had a circumcised.
All he's really doing in the wilderness is complaining the whole fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
We need food. We need water. That's why the Most High had Moses smite the rock, Horeb. You know? And it said when he smote the rock, man, gushes of water came out.
That was for them in their capital.
Yep. And you know, hey, that water was probably A1, man.
Yeah.
You know?
What's going on, bro?
Shalom. You know? But all those miracles, man, you know, all those miracles that the Lord did, you know, and these are the guys that, you know how mad the Lord, pissed off the Lord, you know, to hear that, even we hearing it right now through the scripts, them say that, I'm pissed off, man. These are the guys that brought us out of Egypt, you know? It says, and when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it.
And he built an altar.
Man. Made a proclamation and said, tomorrow is a feast to the Lord. And they rose up early on the morrow, offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings, and the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play.
Yeah, out there, you know how it is at the club. You know some clubs you go to, it's a restaurant / bar and grill. After you eat, what you do, you get up, you in there dancing, you talking shit. You in there, you get up, you dancing, you talking shit, you trying to get you a girl. You feel me?
It says, verse 7, the Lord said unto Moses, go get them down. The Lord said to them, for thy people which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves.
So you corrupt yourselves, you defile yourselves, you corrupt yourselves by worshiping false gods.
They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them.
Quickly. Because Moses wasn't even gone that long. You heard this back?
Yeah. And have made them a molten calf, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto.
They was probably on their knees, you know, prostrating themselves, bent down on their knees, bent all the way over with their head and shit in the dust, bowing down to it.
And said, these be thy these be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
They're hard-headed, they're rebellious, they're proud. And that's the same people that the Lord sent us to today. That's why in Ezekiel, the 2nd chapter says, don't be dismayed at their looks or at their voices. I do send thee again to the rebellious house.
And they had to have been intimidated Aaron. So, you gonna make this calf for us, we gonna, and look how much people was against him, man.
Yeah, he was
probably
right.
Whatever you want to do. It says, now therefore let me alone. That
Or with balance, he could have been with it. I don't know where Moses at. Because I'm pretty sure Moses wasn't like, I'll be back in about 15 days. Moses like, I'm going to go up here, you know, Shalom. You feel me? That was it. didn't know when Moses was coming back, and then you see Moses coming down. Tablets.
That's why the Lord had favor on Joshua and Caleb, because when Moses was coming down the mountain, who met him and who told, hey, what he tell Moses? He said, look, man, these people over here is singing and shouting, but it's not the noise of them, crying for help. It's not the noise of them, singing because of the fall of their enemies. And when Moses came down with the tablets, he seen what they was doing with the calf. He just, broke them, man, which was symbolic, It says,
man, Moses went through a lot, man.
a lot, yeah. In new age, in young age and old age, man.
Remember Jake, man, you go through a lot of shit.
Because Moses, bro, he was living that good life, but then he had to go off the grid, so to speak. 40 years over there with Jethro. And I'm pretty sure Jethro's setup wasn't what he was used to. Yeah, but
We live that lavish lifestyle. So, like, man, Jethro was like more humble.
but the Lord made sure Moses he had food, he had a woman, he had a place to be.
It says, now therefore let me go.
All day.
Now therefore let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them. You
Moses, back up, Moses. I'm gonna do something.
And that I may consume them, and I will make of thee a great nation.
Yeah, because and when you read in Numbers, there was an account of the Lord destroying the uttermost parts of the camp, the Israelites, with fire. So the Lord told Moses, back up. I'm finna destroy them, and I'm gonna make you a mighty nation. I'm gonna bring them back to you.
The Lord was zapping Israelites, man, with lasers, man. It said, I'm gonna go down to verse 15, because 11 through 14, basically is Moses, asking the Heavenly Father, not to, send judgment on them. That's why in Jeremiah it says, pray not thou for this people, for I will not hear your cry. The Lord's at that level with 2/3 of our people.
Yeah.
Verse 15, it says, and Moses turned and went down from the mount, and the 2 tablets of the testimony were in his hand. The tablets were written on both their sides. On the one side and on the other they were written. And the tables, and the tables were the work of the Most High, and the writing was written.
And the tables were the work of the Most High.
And the writing was the writing of the Most High.
Yeah, because he used laser beam technology. Our elders and apostles always go into that.
Yep.
He used laser technology to perfectly write those laws and engrave them on the tablets of stone.
It says, and when Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, it was going up. It says, and he said unto Moses, there is a noise of war in the camp.
Yeah, Joshua was probably waiting for Moses to come. He couldn't, because it say flee from sin as fleeing from a serpent. So Joshua probably was like, man, I ain't finna be around this shit. He probably, like I said, the mountain, you couldn't go on a mountain. So he probably, the places where he could be, he probably set up a little tent or something right there. And it's like, I'm waiting for Moses. And then when he came down, Moses, man, you know what they doing over there? They got calves. Aaron had made them calves. They worshiping it. They over there playing.
It says,
Moses like, what?
and he said, it is not the voice of them that shout for mastery, neither is it the voice of them that cry for being overcome, but the noise of them that sing do I hear.
Yeah, they not crying. They not crying because they getting conquered by somebody, getting destroyed and shit.
And it says, and it came to pass as soon as he came nigh into the camp that he saw the calf and the dancing, and Moses' anger waxed hot.
They was probably doing, the woman was probably doing the praise dancing.
I was twerking one part.
Yeah. Doing the whipping nay or something.
Yeah, stepping on the right.
And he cast the tables out of his hands and break them beneath the moat. Yeah, which was symbolic, because the Lord, he had to go back up to the mountain, and the Lord had to laser engrave more stone tablets. And that was symbolic of Israel having a stony heart and then breaking the laws. It says that in Ezekiel 36th chapter. And he took the calf which they had made and burnt it in the fire and ground it to powder and strawed it upon the water and made the children of Israel drink of it. And Moses said unto Aaron, what did this people unto thee that thou hast brought so great sin upon them? But Aaron said, let not the anger of my Lord wax hot. Thou knowest people that they are set on mischief.
Devise of evil things, man.
So they said unto me, make us gods which shall go before us. For as this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him.
We don't know what Moses got going on, man. We had to do something. We was doing that. See, but you know what we learned from that too? We can probably close up. When you get to a point of being desperate and like you don't know what's going on, you end up doing some stupid shit. We learned that now, this account, with King Saul, you know, Samuel, great prophet. He told King Saul, look, I'll be over there in a minute. I'll get there when I get there. And King Saul like, man, where is he at? Y'all seen him? Nope. All right, well, come on. Fuck, we gonna go ahead and do it then. Give me the animals. I always see Sam do it like this. I'm gonna do like, no. Yeah. 2 minutes later, Samuel come rolling up. He probably like, you did it already? Yeah, so
All I gotta do is just wait.
Yeah. We know a good example of Yahushua when he was weak. He applied the precepts when he was combating Satan. And that's what Jake wasn't doing. Which it was still being written during that time. You know, but the point is, when you at your weak points, you apply the scriptures to get through whatever you're going through. Going back to Isaiah 33:6, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation before the Lord is strength.
Hey, so with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash.
Double honors to our great, the apostles of Great Millstone who were well, that taught us his truth. Peace, love, blessings, and salutation to the hopeful elect, to the Bayasha Gaudah, the house of David, Lord willing, this camp is edifying to the hopeful elect. Until next week, Lord willing, hey man, we out of here soon. Lord willing, the prophecies, speed up, man. But until we off the grid, man. Until next week, shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom, y'all. Sorry about the dog. Good speaking, y'all.